Hello, welcome to the Optio Drive Assistant tutorial series by Infranor. Today we are going to cover how to set up and use basic sequences. This video tutorial assumes you have watched the previous videos in the series and have already set up and tuned the drive and motor in one of the position modes. Let's begin by opening up the Sequence tab in the project tree. If no sequence file is found on the drive, you will need to create one in Optio. We can start by adding a new sequence. Then setting the sequence number to 0. There can be a max of 32 sequences total. In sequence type we can choose which type of move we would like to use. This drive supports homing, speed, torque, position, gearing, and camming. In this video we are going to cover the homing, position, and speed move types. Inside the Help menu we can learn more about how sequences work. In essence, a sequence is a list of basic moves that can be pre-programmed into the drive. Each sequence has a number and a type, as well as start and end conditions. These sequences can be chained together and can be logically controlled by user-defined conditions. The sequence file is stored as a sequence.txt file on the drive and will contain a list of commands similar to the ones found here. Let's begin by setting up a homing move and setting outputs trigger to begin. Here we are going to pick our homing method. These methods are application dependent and the various methods support inputs from homing and limit switches. I chose method 35, which allows the drive to home on its current position. This method does not require input from homing switches or limit switches. Let's click the plus to add another move to our sequence. We are going to add a position move. Now, we are going to set up this move. We are going to leave our position type to relative, but absolute moves are supported as well. First, we are going to set our desired position. Then we are going to set our desired speed and acceleration values. We are going to leave the outputs trigger and the start and end conditions as is. Next, we need to link our sequences together. Now, let's go to the homing sequence and set it to jump to sequence 1 after it's finished. Next, let's save this sequence to our drive. If a sequence file is not found on the drive, saving the sequence will create this file. Now, let's open the device control window to run our sequence. Then, change the operation mode to sequence mode. Then click the play button to run our sequence. This sequence first homes on its current position, then makes a 250 count position move. Next we're going to go back to the sequence editor, then click the plus to add the next sequence. We're going to set the sequence to number 2. This sequence is going to be a speed move. Now, let's change its sequence type to speed. Next, we are going to set our values for speed, acceleration, deceleration, and runtime. If runtime is 65,535, it will run forever. After we have created sequence 2, we now need to link this sequence to sequence 1. So, click sequence 1 and then set the jump to sequence value to 2 to link these sequences together. Let's save our sequence. Then open up the device control window. Now, we can enable the drive and click play to run our sequence. This sequence first homes, then does a position move, and then does a speed move. The sequence step in progress is indicated here. This concludes the tutorial on basic sequences. In the next video we will cover advanced sequences and setting up I/O for triggering sequences. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our webpage infranorusa.com for product information and manuals. Also, you can find additional video tutorials on our YouTube page Infranor USA.